Relative to the amount of calories they provide, coconuts are cheap and they come with some vitamins and minerals. They have plenty fats and carbs to provide me energy. If I was to only eat coconuts for 3 days, would I feel any change in my energy levels? Would I feel any less or more hungry than usual? My name is Halil and that's what I'm going to test out in this video. But why would I do such a thing? Let's say I'm stranded on a faraway tropic island. The food options are limited. I could only hunt wild animals for protein and eat coconuts to survive. Unfortunately, I am not a hunter, and the first 3 days I didn't have any other option but to only eat coconuts. Day 1 I woke up and weighed myself. I was 93.6 kilograms. The weight may go up or down as the days go by, and we'll see what happens. My first mission of the morning was to eat my breakfast. To do that, I had to find a way to get into my breakfast. I needed some tools. According to the internet, a corkscrew can be used to pierce the soft eye which looks like the mouth of the coconut's face. But I'm not a drinker, so I don't own one of those. Next option was to use a pointy knife to dig my way through the eye. Doesn't have any smell. Expect it to smell like coconut. And use back of a large knife to crack the shell. Apparently, if you bake the coconut, the shell should separate from the meat easier. But I didn't have the patience to wait. I actually don't know how hot it's meant to get. I was hungry. I tried my best to remove the meat with some force. I like my food clean, so I felt the need to wash the meat and get rid of the dirt from the shell. Then shaved the brown bits off. It is edible, but I didn't want the tough texture and the extra fiber it has. Once more, I washed the meat and was actually surprised how little meat was left, most probably because I was eating it while cutting. Overall, I was satisfied after eating at least half of it, and rest was put in a container to be eaten later. I grabbed my bag and left for the gym. During the training, I didn't feel hungry and forgot about the fact that the only thing I ate that day was just half a coconut. I even ended up with an overhead squat personal best. After the training, however, I was hungry, so I rushed home to eat my remaining coconut. I don't even eat potatoes often, but for some reason every time I do a restricted eating challenge, I crave potatoes. So I was thinking of the taste of potatoes. The taste of coconuts are not overwhelming, so the taste wasn't an issue. The issue was that I started to feel the muscles on my head tensing and hurting since I've been chewing the hard coconut meat all day. At the end of the day, I didn't feel full, but I also didn't feel hungry. At least I wasn't hungry for more coconuts. Day 2, body weight 92.7 kilograms. I woke up in the morning with a surprise. Turns out if you mainly eat fat, you don't waste much time waiting for it to come out in the toilet. Today's mission was to find an alternative way to get the meat out, so instead of trying to bake it again, which in theory should work, I decided to simmer it for 10 minutes. This time I set a timer and waited patiently while the water turned red. If you know why, please explain the science behind this in the comment section. I took the meat out easily and it was even easier to peel the brown skin as it softened a bit. Then I poked and drained another coconut from another supermarket. This one was a different shape and had a small pointy face. So if you have the option, choose one with big eyes so you can make a bigger hole to drain it. By the way, the name coconut comes from the Old Portuguese and Spanish word coco, which means head or skull. The next day I was planning on getting the meat out in one piece, so I put this coconut in the freezer. The whole process of gutting a coconut is not convenient, and I'm one of those people who would cook a dinner for an hour then feel full when it's ready. Hence, I didn't feel hungry by the time the whole coconut meat was cleaned up. Limiting myself to only one food source made me question if my hunger was real or if I was bored or thirsty. Food can be entertainment for the brain, and that's how we can eat in social situations when even not so hungry. Day 3 didn't go as expected. I woke up feeling sick and diarrhea got worse. I took the coconut out of the freezer to hopefully get it out of the shell in one piece. Honestly, I didn't make this up, I saw it online. After a couple of hits with the back of the knife, it formed a big crack which made me think this one will be easy. I kept hitting it until this happened. I wasn't deterred by this, so I got the hammer out. The coconut split in half and showed no sign of separating from the shell. By that time, I made a loud noise and my neighbor's dog wasn't happy. At this point, I started to question what more I could learn from this challenge, and I couldn't think of anything but more diarrhea and getting weaker. So I made the decision to stop eating coconuts on day 3. I have done so many 3-day challenges and this is the first one to end like this. I still like coconuts, but if I was to pick a food source to eat for 3 days again, I can think of better options. You know how it ends, you gotta like, share, subscribe, and I will see you next time.